Hello everybody all over the world. And now it's time for the HiGPS show. Today we do the Liberty Launcher. Yes! I can't afford I can't make, or I don't know anyone who makes like these, these fancy intros that a lot of show have. I don't have that, so I just made mine. So today, we are going to look at the Liberty Launcher set, and what I mean by set, I mean the Liberty Launcher and that thing, the reverse shooter, like I keep calling it. Fuck it, I know it's called reserve, but I say reverse. So, anyway. Surprisingly, a lot of replays because a lot of people like using this weapon. It's not bad, but it's not, usually better than the stock rocket launcher. I'll be talking about that today. So let's just go into the first replay, which is by our moderator Chopper. Submitted a lot of replays. A lot of them were pretty similar in the fact that he just owned freaking everybody with this. So he's going to be jumping around here on payload upward, and you see already the rockets are pretty fast. So here's the stats for the regular, the Liberty Launcher, is that it travels 40% faster than regular rockets, but you have one less rocket before you have to reload. And that's it, pretty much. You just shoot faster. So that means you're not able to churn out as much damage as if you'd had, 4 rockets, but it's still, just 1 rocket less before you have to reload. So then you have to make up for that with the speed. Now, in what situation would you want to do damage faster, but do a little less? Like you do more in the beginning. Like, that's what literally this is. You do damage faster. Well, it's pretty good in one-on-one situations where you're dueling somebody, because you will always come out on top, because usually it does not take 4 rockets to kill like an opponent soldier. It takes like 2 or 3 rockets, and that's all you need. And with the additional speed, you will be the one hitting first and doing the damage first and getting the kill. So that's what it's good for. Also, the reverse shooter, nice air shot there. It's a shotgun. It has only 3 bullets instead of 6 for the regular shotgun, but 3 seconds after you pull it out, any target that is airborne, you do mini crits on it, and that's it. So you have seemingly pretty small clip on both weapons. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Now we see Chopper here doing a ton of damage, been jumping around all over the place. And usually what comes with this set here is also the Market Gardener. We did a Market Gardener episode, but very nice. Okay. So that was a little introduction. You saw him jumping around and doing some stuff like that. He got a bunch of kills, and it was fine, pretty much. So that's just the basics. So that was on offense, Also, you want a rocket jump, but keep in mind, since you only have 3 rockets, when you rocket jump, you only have 2 rockets left to do the damage. But I guess that's where the Market Gardener comes in and stuff like that. So here is Chopper once again, same map, but now on defense. It's going to be dealing the damage here. And the good thing about this thing is that normally I'd say that soldiers are bad at shooting up. That is goes for a rocket launcher just because the way it works. But with this thing, it's not good at shooting up, but it's a lot better than the standard rocket launcher. Because you can shoot up a lot better, rockets go faster, it's easier to hit targets and stuff like that. And that's what you've been noticing, that you hit people a lot more. However, if you're really used to using the regular rocket launcher or something like that, you will find like the new speed a bit hard to adjust to when it comes to being of the opponent's movements and stuff like that, because they just move faster. And also going back and forth, it can be a bit jarring, but that's something you can get used to. But definitely not a bad unlock in terms of dueling. Like when it comes to taking down sentries and using Ubers, it's not that good because you really need that one additional rocket. That one rocket is just so important. And it's also the same splash radius of damage, same explosion radius, same damage, same everything, just one less rocket and 40% faster. And we're going to be seeing a Chopper here doing a pretty good job of defending a pretty solid defense. He's utilizing the soldier basics, being above your target. And then he's going to be using the escape plan to run away when on low health. It's pretty standard escape plan, Market Gardener, disciplinary action. Can be all be pretty good if used correctly. So if you want to utilize like the Liberty Launcher set and rocket jump as much as you can, you really have to get used to the Market Gardener, because the Market Gardener is supposed to add up for the one rocket you're missing when you rocket jump. Because usually you one hit most of the classes, you do like nearly 200 damage with the Market Gardener when it crits, and that's why you have one less rocket, you know, to capitalize on that. I'm seeing him doing a ton of damage here, and just using corners, not staying out in the open for too long, calling for medic, falling back, grabbing health kit. Pretty solid standard defense there. Catching a spy as well. He's not going to be able to do anything if he just goes down to a rocket and reloading. What we haven't seen yet, but we will be seeing later, is that once you're out of ammo, like you used all your rockets, you used all your shotgun shots, you're extremely vulnerable, because then you're in the reload state of a soldier, and when you're in the reload state, you're really vulnerable. One, you can't really jump away, and two, if you just shoot a rocket, reload, shoot a rocket, reload, you're actually gonna have a slower damage per second than if you just took the time to reload all 3 consecutive rockets, because consecutive reloads are faster than just the first reload. The first reload is always the slowest. You can also see that in the reload animation. There we go, nice mover popped here, but here's the thing about the Liberty Launcher. He's out of rockets, and you really notice that like you don't have that additional rocket to do the damage. You could have done some more, but nice job nonetheless. I'd say the Liberty Launcher is slightly better on offense than on defense, because on offense you kind of tend to move around a lot more and rocket jump and such, and not as much on defense, unless you're like bombing in. But you know, if you're bombing in, what a bombing is when you rocket jump really high and you jump on top of somebody and you do the damage. You really want that additional rocket. You want 3 instead of 2. That's like 100 damage more per rocket, because a rocket does roughly 100 damage if you're really, really close. So that's also important to note with the Liberty Launcher. Rocket jump distance is the same as far as I know. The projectile speed does not affect the damage at all. Taking out a pyro, nice work. So he's going to be standing on top of the enemies and just defend like a boss. And he has pretty good positioning, pretty good idea of where everybody is, because here's the thing, if the opponents come at him like that soldier does, he's going to be taken out. But when you stand up top here, there's just really 2 places the enemy can come from. It's from this stairs and this stair over here. So usually you see this a lot in competitive play as well, when in Highlander, which is the only competitive format that plays this map, you'll see the heavy and the medic and the demo hang around the stairs there, because that's just the main chokes to do that. So that's also a little map pro tip there if you ever play this map. As a soldier, stay above your target. That will give the best results. You can stay below, but that's a lot harder and you take a lot of damage. Which reflects back to like the whole high ground advantage thing. I mean, you are always at a disadvantage when you're on the low ground. The class that handles being on the low ground the best is probably the Demo Man, because, well, it is the Demo Man just because of the way the sticky bombs work. So keep that in mind. That applies for all classes: snipers, spies, pyros, everything. You want to be on top. So over is spot from the opponent. And we see Chopper hasn't died yet. He's doing a great job just staying alive, and he's not, you know, being a coward. You see a lot of people that will be like, yeah, cowardice. There you go, nice. Reserve shooter shot there. You see a lot of players that are like, they don't die, but they don't do much either. Choppers has been dealing a ton of damage, and here it's a cart. Cart's going a bit wonky.
Somersault!
Cart's doing a somersault. And then he gets taken out eventually because he's not Superman. So with that, we're going to go on to the next replay, because that was a good solid defense. And let's see here, what's the next one? Yes, this is a good example of showing you that the lack of rockets, like having one less rocket, can actually hurt a lot, especially when you're using the reserve shooter as well, because normally you have like 6 shots to do damage. That means you have like some margin of error where you can miss, but when you only have 3, you gotta hit all 3 of them, or else you're in trouble. So this is a Chopper still. He's gonna be on King of the Hill Badlands, King of the Hill map with Badlands middle only. He's going to be jumping around here on the point. And there's a nice example of how to use the reverse shooter. Or the reserve shooter, as it's called. Is that you launch them in the air, and while they're in the air, you shoot them and you do mini crits with them. So it's good for like launching them up and then finishing them off. And that's what pyros do as well, because pyros can use the reverse shooter also. And a lot of people complain it's OP or whatnot, but also the reverse shooter also gives you faster weapon switch, about 15%, so you can switch to it faster. So they really want you to, if you launch an enemy in the air, you should use the shotgun on them instead of another rocket. And here you go. Okay, so he just jumped 3 times. How many rockets does he have left? 0. He has to reload. And there comes an enemy. He shoots 1 rocket, 2 rocket, and now he's out of ammo. But luckily, a crit equalizer saves the day, and all is well in Chopper Land. And he's going to be maintaining this choke here. He's going to jump up here and not being able to get into that hiding spot, taking out another scout. You can just see like he is really low on ammo, and he hasn't been allowed to reload yet. And due to the fact that he wasted all his rockets in that 1 rocket jump, it's really hurting him in the later play because he does not have the rockets to do the damage he needed. But thankfully, he's allowed to fall back, and you will see him reloading back up here. Now he's at full. Now he is at full rockets. So the entire time he was like running around here, he only had like 0 rockets in his rocket launcher because he simply did not have the time to reload all of them. And that's also very important when the soldier in general goes for all rocket launchers, except the beggar's bazooka. The beggar's bazooka is to take your time to reload, man, because those consecutive reloads will really save you in a bind. So he is now below the point. He's doing good defense area. The blue team has no medic whatsoever. His team has a medic, so that's probably why they're doing so good. Be getting launched in the air, being really low on health, and he survives to live another day. Excellent. He's going to be shooting onto the point, the door, shooting the enemy. Oh wait, he's on blue. He has no medic, but the enemy team has medics, and that's probably why we're there. Never mind. And there he dies. Next replay. Excellent. So hopefully you're starting to get a good idea of these weapons, which are by no means bad, but they play very differently from what stock weapons do. So let's go on to the next one here, and this is about maximizing damage. And what is maximizing damage, you ask? Well, that is when you maximize the damage. Circle jerk. Anyway, that's when you take every opportunity you get to do as much damage as possible. Even if you're at low range, low or long range. Oh man, I saved myself on that one. To just do damage, any kind of damage, really. Like if you see an enemy is like really far away and all you have is your shotgun up, you just shoot him. You'll do like 3 damage, but 3 damage is still 3 damage. If you have like 1 health left, you can kill him. He's going to be here on Nucleus and just doing a ton of damage here, switching between shotgun and the rocket launcher. 3 rockets reloaded there, and 1, 2, 3. So he was out there, had no ammo or rockets left, and he had to bail out of there. So once again, the low clip size can also be problematic at times. He's going to shoot the ammo around to get it. Probably seen that one video where the soldier shot a rocket launcher up in the air to get the ammo. Catching a spy as he goes by a nice eye there as he gets a nice mini crit on the scout in the mid-air with the reverse shooter. And there's a heavy with the brass piece that he's going to be doing the damage, and he's just really maximizing. You see, like, he falls back, reloads, and as soon as he's reloaded, he goes back in to do more damage. And that's the whole essence of soldier. Use corners, stairs, and stuff like that to your advantage. You see he's being above his target once again, pretty strong. And he's not jumping down either. Yeah, so he's going to be doing the damage from a distance. See, that's just maximizing this damage because there's no people around him. And he had some buff banner mini crits there. And here comes the medic to heal him. But things are looking pretty good. How often have you been in this situation where there's opponents on the high ground here, you can't get out of spawn, you just get owned, and you have no idea what to do, and your team has like a lot of snipers and no medics, pretty much. And all the snipers who use huntsmen have 0 kills. Well, what you do is that one of you goes medic, and the rest of you goes demo man, and then you just blow through absolutely everything, because the counter to everything is demo. Demo counters everything if you have enough demo men. It's true though. But just to the fact that demo men are good at shooting up, and then he goes down eventually. Do some heavy fire because you can only camp spawn for so long. But you saw him really maximizing the damage there, taking the time to freaking just empty himself with ammo and then falling back and reloading. Because if you kill everyone by using all your ammo, you're good. Alright, let's see this. Yes. Ha! I forgot I had this one. This one is a bit better. So here is not Chopper. This is Nightshade, I think. Yes, this is Nightshade. He's gonna be playing on this map as a soldier. And this is his loadout. You didn't get to see Chopper's loadout because he had pink 2 for kickers and a pink parasite. He's gonna be running out here. And the thing about this, even though you shoot faster, it's still hard to hit people at a long distance, especially snipers. Like Lakeside is such a sniper-friendly map. You have like people over there, just so hard to hit with this thing. So it's gonna be running around and try and do something, but he gets taken out immediately because that's what happens when you don't have 4 rockets. You run out and they kill you. So yes, moving on to the next one. Which is also related to the maximizing damage and the whole reloading issue that is with these 2 weapons due to the low amount of ammo you have. Is that sometimes when you really feel like you need to do a lot of damage, you just don't have the damage to do that. So this is the Chris D. He's playing a soldier on a 5 CP map. This is freight with a lot of trains on it, and he's going to be running to the middle point. Oh man, he's fast. There we go. So he's now on the point here. He's gonna go here and cap. They're the first on the point, as the enemy team has. They have a medic and I have a couple of pyros, but these guys, look at all these soldiers, man. And the medic. Ooh, this is gonna be hard, tough stuff. So this is gonna be hard and tough with these pyros. Yes, pyro trying to sneak behind, but he's gonna take him out, and he's now out of shotgun shells, and he only has 1 rocket left. So he's gonna have to reload too. There we go, and he's gonna be attacking some more. There's no one here looking. Oh, Pyro behind him. Pyro hasn't heard of compression blasting rockets, so he does absolutely nothing. He's a sniper here, and snipers at this range, you're pretty fucked as a sniper regardless. Now he's out of ammo once again. He's gonna take the time to reload. Keep in mind, if he'd used a regular shotgun, he would have like 6 bullets left, but thankfully there's no enemies left, so he is fine. Had there been enemies, he'd been in pretty bad shape. And a question in the chat. You can use, of course, you can use the reverse shooter and when they're on the ground. They just do more damage when they're in the air. So you can do that as well. He takes out a sniper, and there's going to be pushing forward with the rest of his team here. Eventually, it's soon. At any point in time, his team decides to attack. It's going to be calling for the medic. That's left him alone for a while.
The control point is being contested.
Gonna be going down here with the rest of his team. There's a soldier statue. You gotta be careful about the spire. Here comes the scout, knocks him right in the air and takes him out with another rocket. Reloading. He's looking good. It's a heavy around the corner, and we're gonna be looking at a bit later how to successfully kill absolutely everything around the corner as a soldier with this setup here. So he's gonna go up nice 3 rockets onto the soldier, and now he's out of ammo, and all he got is his whip, but thankfully he has his team to support him, and he smacks an engineer with the whip in the back of the head, and all is good. Excellent. If it wasn't for his teammates, Chris D would have been in a lot worse position, because he would just simply not have enough ammo to deal with this. So we're gonna be moving on here to the next replay, which is we're going to look at how the Liberty Launcher works with crits, because you got crits and like 200 damage, it's good, you kill everything, but you only have 3 rockets, so you know, is it really better? So here's the crits popped. We're on fast lane, taking out a pyro. The scout got away, but the scout is back, taking him out with another crit rocket, and there's a pyro, and he runs straight into the crit rocket, and he gets taken out. And there we have to reload. That was our 3 rockets. There we go. It's a teleporter being extremely open and able to kill and stuff like that. And then we reload. And now we're going to attack with the rest of our team. That's not behind us. So, falling back, reloading, looking around, seeing that our team is there, taking out the heavy, and then attacking. And out of ammo, and our team didn't follow us, and we're dead as shit. Oh. Alright, that was the crits. Now let's look at a more, like another example. Oops. with Uber, we're gonna look at, because you saw with the crits, it can be pretty good. Like if they're on like I'd say mid to long distance, this is actually pretty good with crits. But if they're like really close, man, you need that fourth rocket. And since you can't change loadouts whenever you want in the game, you just have to pick one and stick with it. So I guess at this distance here, let's see. Yes, at this distance right here. This is mid-distance to long distance. Crits here at the doors and stuff with this thing, really good. Any closer and you might want to use the standard rocket launcher. So we're going to be here with the rest of our team, which is just a medic and another heavy at the time. We're doing some shooting some rockets there, just doing some spam damage. Not really committing, because if you run in, there might be sticky traps. And our medic ran over here. Okay, we got to follow him. And okay, it's Pyro. Gotta get... Okay, where'd the medic go? Yeah, the medic's falling back, not healing anyone. We're like, okay, we're gonna keep the reason I'm not following the medic is that I want to keep some presence here, but then we're just solo, and there he is. Yes, keeping some presence on the point here is a Pyro, and he compression blasts our rockets back in. I've gotten this question a lot, like as a soldier, like, what do I do to deal with Pyros that are really good with compression blasts? Like, they always shoot my rockets back at them, at you, at me. They shoot at you. That's what I do. Yes, so how to deal with that is, if they hit like compression blast every single rocket you shoot, is because you shoot them predictable. And how to do that is just you wait a little longer before you shoot your next one, because you have like a certain, like a Pyro can reflect all 4 rockets of you, giving the right timing if you just hold down mouse 1 and you just go. So what you should do, just wait and then shoot. Or switch to the shotgun, shoot him once, and then switch back to the rocket launcher. That will throw him off his timing, so that's how you deal with that. But also the Liberty Launcher will also put Pyros out of their comfort zone, because, you know, the rockets move faster, 40%, so it's going to mess with their timing a little bit. Unless they're like Pyro, the last air blast, or just air blast everything. So we have a medic here, there's absolutely no one else. So we're going to roll over to the right side here to see if we can see anything. We're just going to shoot some rockets, but there's tons of guys. We're going to fall back, and then we're going to roll over to the left and right again. I'm trying to trick you, but you saw that coming, because you were so smart. And using this, just maximizing damage like I talked about. I saw an opportunity where I can just shoot and it wouldn't really have an impact. The medic has charge. And Uber is popped. Alright, so we're running in, shooting rockets, but you see we don't really have enough to do a lot of damage, so that actually failed. It didn't really hit with any of the rockets, and I only had 3 shotgun shots. And I don't think I got a single kill. But I did make the medic weak and stuff. Yeah, but that was a pretty fail push. So that's what I wanted to show with that one, is that with the Uber, you really want standard shotgun and stock rocket launcher instead of this. Because when you use the Uber, you're going to be close to your opponents anyway. Because if you're not going to be close, you're running crits. And if you're running crits, you're at mid-range. So if your medic is running Uber and you're like the only soldier and like only good target you can like practice, like, and pop it on, you want the stock rocket launcher, not the Liberty launcher, because the damage output is not as high. So now we're back on lakeside here, and I'm playing right now. This is me. I'm a horrible soldier, especially with this one. Mostly due to the fact that I need a bigger mouse pad, because I keep sliding the mouse off my mouse pad. So sometimes my aim stops, and that's really freaking annoying and stuff like that. So we're gonna be going into the pool and try to hold that, jumping around, reloading and shooting. Okay, using the escape line to get away, and away we go. And taking the time, the medic isn't. Okay, there he starts healing us. Good. All right, so we're gonna take the time, reload everything. And you're just gonna notice, like, I empty myself so much. I just shoot 3 rockets, and when I'm out of the rockets, I'll switch to the reserve shooter, and then I'm gonna empty that almost, and then switch back. And you also have something that I haven't talked about as much, and that is reload priority. Let's say you empty your rocket launcher, and then you switch to your shotgun, and then you empty your shotgun, and then you have 2 empty weapons. Uber is popped, and then you might ask, what do you reload first? Well, rocket launcher, simply because it does more damage, and then you reload the shotgun later when you have the time. Like you see here, always rocket launcher reload first, and then the shotgun, because rocket launcher do more damage, shotgun is just secondary. It's like a finisher off kind of weapon. So you can see, like, now you see it's starting to hurt that I only have 3 rockets. Because there's so many enemies, and I don't really have the time to reload the, like, all 3 rockets, but if I could reload all 4 rockets and just wait a little bit longer, I would be able to do more damage, put out more. I would be able to put out 400 damage instead of 300 every round. Now I'm trying to shoot up, but I'm pretty bad at that, so don't worry, you'll get better at it too. And now my shotgun was empty because I didn't have time to reload it, and I had to fall back and reload that, and the scout's on my medic, and missing him. Oh god, he's weak. Out of ammo once again, and then we take him out. Wow, that scout survived 4 rockets and 3 shotgun shells. And now it's really starting to hurt even more, because now I don't have a fully reloaded shotgun, and I now have to go on a point to defend and prevent anybody from capping this. And now Uber's pop, but I have no rockets, so, you know, the worst feeling is when you are absolutely empty. It's even worse as a demo man, like you have no stickies and no pipes left, and then they pop the Uber on you, and you have to reload. And reload just takes so much more time than shooting does. So luckily we get flashed, which is when the medic just throws his Uber at you, making you a bit invulnerable for a short period of time. That's by reloading. And now, finally, after this amount of time, we finally had 3 rockets and 3 shotgun shells reloaded. So that's really, really important. But thanks, I had a pretty competent team that was able to defend properly. So due to my mishaps, we were still able to survive and hold the point. And now we're not looking too good. And soldier, and we survived barely. Whew. So you see, just using corners, running away, reloading, falling back, staying above your target. Pretty standard stuff as a soldier. Liberty launcher and reverse shooter. Not good against heavies one-on-one. But if you had stock rocket launcher or 6-barrel or 6-shot shotgun, you'll be doing pretty well. So now I'm just gonna, this is not very Liberty Launcher specific, but this is something important that not enough players do, and that is meat shielding your medic. And we're gonna be looking at that little clip right now, as soon as it loads. Yes, there we go. So here we have a heavy. He's currently shooting the medic. Fucked it up. Alright. Take 2! Yes. Okay, so there's the heavy. And there is, and you can see the heavy, he's shooting the medic. And then I, as a soldier, I run... Oh, is this, oh, yes, there you go. You can see I run in front of the medic. The medic was really, really low, and was really in the red. And just soak up the damage, and allowing my medic to survive. That is really important, and you can do that as every single class. It's like in the movies when like the sidekick like helps the hero, and he's like, no, and then like he takes a bullet and he's like, ugh, but you'll be fine because you have a medic healing you. So, you know. So now we're gonna be looking at how to properly utilize corners. So this is on Barnabliss, the last stage here, and this also goes for general like game strategy and like things you see and reacting and responding to various situations that comes in Team Fortress 2. So we're going to be jumping on the high ground because we know high grounds are good. We see I'm medic and heavy jumping down here, and if we've been on the low ground, we're most likely being about pulverized by this heavy. We're going to be running down here, and we go up, and we see that there's absolutely nothing here. And usually there's teleporters and stuff like that, and what this means is that the teleporter is most likely up there, because even though if they didn't have a teleporter on engineer, there would still be people in that alley. But that means everybody's using some teleporters to warp through somewhere, teleport through, and that's what we're gonna look at now. And look at this sentry net. There's us versus a lot of people, so we get 1 kill. Something I think we got an engineer. You can just see they have a teleporter here, and this is a pretty bad spot to have a teleporter in. And I'll show you. This is a prime example on why it's such a bad place. Because I'm 1 soldier, right? I'm the only one up there as like a pyro and a spy at one point, but they're not able to do as much. We're gonna jump in here and shoot some more rockets, and we take out the dispenser and the sentry and the teleporter all in one fair swoop due to the splash damage. And then when we're low on health and have to reload, we fall back, and thankfully we have a medic buddy healing us right back up. So now they have popped Uber on a heavy, and at any point in time, these people could attack, but due to the fact that they're being passive, they're allowing me to do whatever I want, and then I just kill everybody. And the heavy, then just taking, you know, cover behind the corner here. And oh, there's a heavy, running back corner, running back closet here, reloading and taking out the heavy, and mission complete. Just checking, oh, no, everything's clear.
Easy operation.
And that's pretty why that spot is horrible, and you see like it was me versus, there was 2 engineers, 3 heavies, and a medic, and I was a single soldier with 1 medic heal, and just due to the fact that like using corners and stuff like that is just really, really good and really powerful, and that place is awful for teleporters in general, just because of that. And I wasn't even committing that hard either. You know, anytime I took damage, I could just run back out, and I'll be fine. So we're gonna finish off today's episode before the raffle with the last replay here from Dionosaurus. Yeah, he's gonna be using this standard loadout here, and he's been on vacation. Told me his aim was bad, but that's fine, because you know you're never better than your worst. And what do you do to get better? You improve your worst. That's what you do. Oh yeah. So he's gonna be running up here on Foundry, having absolutely no teammates with him because they're all probably in the front anyway. Here comes a medic healing him up. He's gonna be attacking forward. He's gonna be using the Market Gardener too, but he won't get any kills with it. Unfortunately, no Market Gardener kills here because you don't really need it. And he gets a nice lucky crit there, taking out a sniper and a scout. And keep in mind, the mini crits is only available for 3 seconds after you pull out your this gun, this reserve shooter. Being a bit unlucky there and missing the scout, but that's fine. He's going to be pushing on with his medic onto the last point, and they're going to go where soldiers are good, and that's up top above your target. And as long as there's nothing there, you can just do a ton of damage. So he's going to be standing up here, and actually he's going for it. He's going to go for the cap. Takes out a scout as he jumps with that mini crits. And one thing you don't want to do is jump around with a reverse shooter soldier, and he takes the win for his team. So that's gonna sum it up. So thank you guys for submitting. That was so many good replays I had to choose from. The Liberty Launcher is good. So to sum it up, it's good in duels when there's one-on-one, not a lot of interference. It's good at it's better at shooting up. The reserve shooter is good when people are airborne. But the bad side is that the overall damage output is not as high as with stock shotgun and stock rocket launcher, and the margin for error is a lot less because you know you don't have as many bullets to miss with. So definitely play around and figure out if that's your style and whatnot. You can't be as aggressive or do as much damage with this thing, but it's definitely pretty good. So with that, I'm going to check if the stream chat is working, because then we're going to do the raffle. And it works. Cool. And you know what that means? That means it's raffle time, and that means everybody that's in the chat now is in this raffle, and you can win some prizes that we have to give away to you. Yes. So in order to do this properly, we need to go on our favorite website. What's our favorite website for the raffle? That is random.org. Yes, because we need random numbers. That's what we need, yes indeed. So we're gonna be doing screen region. There we go, right on my face. Excellent, cool. I'll just keep it there. So, then I'm going to grab every single user in the chat, which I've done already. So, and then we're gonna assign you all numbers. Yes, there we go. And moderators are also included this time. Yes, there we go. So it's currently, we currently have 29. So if you didn't have a user and you're watching this, sucks to you, bro. So we're gonna do this, yes, 29, and then we're gonna hit generate for a while. And then we get the number 11, which is Hards 1B. So what you do is that you type your username in the chat right now, and I will add you, and we will be back with the winner as soon as we have them. And the first winner was left, as he won. So that sucks to be him. But we have a new winner here. Yes, there we go. You can't have all of them. Pick one. Can't have all of them. Crazy, bro. Alright, pick one. Pick one of these fine items submitted by the community. Pick one. Dude, pick one. Everybody's waiting for you. There's a lot of people watching now, just waiting for you to pick one. $0.05. 5 cents. Pick one, come on. The fuck's taking so long? Alright, he takes the overdose. I had to fucking PM him because he wasn't watching that trade, which everybody's watching, so he's gonna get the overdose. There we go, congratulations, winning the raffle. I like how you assumed you can get everyone, you greedy man. So with that, we're gonna end the raffle. We're gonna try and have a raffle every time as long as the Twitch twat works. Yes. So for the next episode is gonna be this Saturday, is the Tomislav set for the heavy, with or without the melee. So we want to see the shotgun and the Tomislav used together, or just the Tomislav. You can use whatever. You just have to use the Tomislav and whatever else you want, preferably the whole set. So we're going to be examining that. We're going to go into it a bit more, set oriented. But after the Tomislav episode, we're going to do a little special episode where we focus on how to spot a good sentry spot and like what makes a good sentry spot and a bad sentry spot. Aliens. That's what we're going to do. So thank you for watching so much. Follow me on Twitter, join the Steam group for announcements and stuff like that. Also, subscribe if you want to see my videos when they come out and stuff like that. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much for sending all those wonderful submissions. And I will see you later. Submit replays to HiGPS@gmail.com. Remember to pick the dem file and the DMX file. I posted a tutorial on how to do that. And Tomislav is next time. Bye.